Good evening, everybody, and welcome to yet another Earthbound Super Series race. Tonight we're going to have a great race between LL Temple and tsjonte. tsjonte is the last undefeated person in the Swiss stages. So if tsjonte wins tonight, he solidifies himself as the 1 seed going into the brackets next week. So this is a huge race to determine the seedings for the bracket stages in the next week. We have the predictions open. I have to look at these predictions so far. This is a pretty even split considering we have an undefeated against a 2-1 Temple. 56-44. Y'all will have about another 20 minutes to put in your guesses, so if you want a little bit of information as we get going, feel free to wait to put in your guesses. But the best guesses come before the race even starts. That is true. I think LL Temple and tsjonte are 2 of the 3 runners so far in the Swiss stages to put up sub 1 hour runs. And I think we're about to get started. If it's not the grandma emote from tsjonte, I don't even know what I'm looking at these days. And we're off. I'm gonna go ahead and pause Temple to make sure we're looking at the same time. Close enough. Oh snap, and tsjonte has already stumbled on a skip that Temple didn't see. I wasn't paying close enough attention to see which skip item that was, but we already have a potential skip that tsjonte knows about that Temple does not. So tsjonte has some little bit of extra information. Oh, Temple saw it also? I'm totally out of the loop already. It's too much information to take in right as a race gets going. Yeah, so we have a pizza skip. So yeah, both runners taking roughly the same path so far. Checking the left side of Starman base, finding that baseball cap. Both just taking early fights. Sometimes it's nice to get these early levels to make sure if you do find a boss or something with any kind of difficulty, you can put up some kind of fight. If you don't take any early fights and everyone is level 1 where before you fight anything difficult, it can be pretty tough to get through. So yeah, we're pretty much neck and neck still here at about the 2-minute mark. Both runners fighting a crow in the same room. See if I can get these times matched up again. So we find the pencil eraser room. tsjonte with the ruler strategy right there. So both are gonna take this ruler skip. They're both gonna save before actually progressing through this ruler skip room. So now we have both runners on an unknown floor. The right side of the skip room is the fresh egg. So that's another skip item they're going to be potentially looking for alongside the pizza. Temple stumbles upon a full heal room on this unknown floor. That's going to be a nice find if we encounter any kind of difficult enemies coming up. tsjonte finds a Magicant bat. That puts us pretty far along. And we're seeing Lumine Hall type enemies, so we're looking at maybe floor 6, 7, 8-ish, somewhere around in that range. Both runners are pretty far along already. tsjonte finds a brutal enemy in that coffee. He might get the kill anyway. Oh, coffee rolled some high HP. So the single freeze beta doing 400 damage isn't quite enough to take him down. So he's going to take the reset. He's right in front of that skip room, so he's just essentially going to start that floor over. Not that big of a deal, but just a death you don't want to see. The kind of enemies you're looking for after taking a big skip like this. Ooh, here we go. So both runners are on 6th floor. We got Clumsy Robot Shroom and Master Barf. These are fairly friendly bosses. Clumsy Robot is susceptible to paralysis, most likely. Master Barf. Shroom. Those are all pretty friendly. Temple probably knows now that there's really not much to worry about. There's really no special preparation either these runners are going to have to do to tackle either of these bosses. Temple has already found the boss to floor 6. He knows this Clumsy Robot. At this point, he's probably going to grind until he learns paralysis so he can take him on. Assuming Clumsy Robot has stayed consistent with the paralysis susceptibility, that's an easy win right there. Temple picks up the Magicant bat that tsjonte found a little earlier. So Temple has 2 full heals that he knows about. He's in Magicant. The mom and Magicant northeast corner will heal. Another option they have in the Magicant area is they can go through the spiral for a few presents if they want to go that route. It might take a little while, especially in this long of a skip with being under-leveled. But you are looking at a guaranteed few presents. That could prove very valuable. But both runners, I imagine, at this point are more keen on getting some levels at this point, more than anything. Temple does a little do-si-do with a fly. So here we are, 6.5 minutes in, and both runners are... I guess Temple knows that he's on floor 6. tsjonte is on the same floor, but has not yet received that information. He does not know what bosses he is going to be facing. It's kind of a nasty fight on Temple's side. These enemies aren't super strong, but anytime you encounter multiple enemies when you're under-leveled after taking a skip, it's scary. Getting out of that with only 1 death is perfectly fine. He knows where full heals are. He can recover just fine. tsjonte gonna take that full heal I was mentioning from Mom. I didn't know you could talk to Mom from behind. See, tsjonte looks like he's not going to opt either to go. tsjonte, this is where the boss room is. So now tsjonte knows where forward is. It looks like he's just going to go for the boss to get information about what floor he's on, because he does not know yet. He's on floor 6. It is Clumsy Robot, so unless he knows paralysis at this point, he's in for a hard time. I don't see tsjonte getting through this fight alive. But he's gonna gamble. Let's go check out. We're gonna jump over to his audio, see how he's going. Taking on boss of floor 6. Remember, you still have time to get your predictions in. You have about 8 minutes left to get it in. Right now, the odds of have swayed over in Temple's favor. But both runners are still in pretty much the exact same situation. Temple's a little more leveled at this point. But tsjonte is managing to push out a little bit of damage. He's getting lots of solidify, so everyone is staying alive. Ness has got the magic ant bat, so Ness is doing non-zero damage. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting Clumsy Robot to go down right there. tsjonte powers through and moves on to floor 7. That was just solidify after solidify. Did we even see Clumsy Robot attack? I'm not sure we did. So tsjonte gambled. He didn't know what floor he was on. He just knew he was somewhere pretty far ahead. And I imagine he was taking that boss fight mostly for the information. I think he's probably just as surprised as we are that he got through that. Temple is back on floor 6, just exploring, looking for gear, getting some levels. tsjonte finds a couple defensive items that he can spread around. We've already seen a lot of branching paths on tsjonte's side. He takes a save right here. But a lot of alternate paths that could be taking in Saturn Valley and in that area. Ooh, we see another skip. If he finds the backstage pass, he has yet another skip he can take. We got the free item shop on floor 7. Let's see what we got. He can grab some... He grabs the wet towel for a skip, and he's going to load up on charm coins to probably potentially sell later. You'll be able to sell those for half price, 1,500 a pop. So he's just going to load up on those, and whenever he finds a shop in the future, sell them all. So he can start affording some better gear, if he finds an arms dealer, what have you. Interesting, he picks up he's going to pick up silver bracelets for everyone as well. Temple is one room away from the boss. He could go fight if he knows it's Clumsy Robot, but he's opting to continue to stay on. Clumsy Robot rolled a little weaker than it seems. Actually, it looks like he may be going for a full heal and then maybe taking the fight. Getting dog blocked. Also going for the behind the couch strat. I like this pink version of Onet, or Magic Ant. So yeah, by the way that Temple is walking, it looks like he's on his way to fight Clumsy Robot. tsjonte has found a shop. He's going to sell his charm coins. It looks like he's going to load everyone up with some earth pendants. Maybe buy some magic puddings. tsjonte's finding everything he needs. And here goes Temple fighting Clumsy Robot. He did learn paralysis, so that's what he's going for. It looks like he's using the strategy that I was considering earlier. And looks like with a spy, he is 100% susceptible to paralysis, so this should be a guaranteed kill. Looks like he's just going to auto-fight and just grind it out. Save his psyche points, deal about 70 damage a turn. He'll be able to get through in 15-20 turns, depending on his HP. But he's going to come out on the other side completely healed and everything. tsjonte is just loading up on gear over here, selling everything. I didn't actually see what he purchased, just that he sold a bunch. Looks like he's going back for more, going back for more charm coins. He wants even more pendants and more puddings. I think he accidentally picked up a coffee. I like it. Yep, going back to sell more coins for more earth pendants. The earth pendants are pretty pricey. They're 3,000 or 4,000 a pop, so essentially has to sell like 3.5 charm coins for each one. But he's gonna load up on earth pendants, and that puts him in a situation that if he does happen to find Gygus and it's a low pendant seed, where the runners are struggling to find pendants, we are looking at a possibility where he finds Gygus and he just goes for it. He's essentially preparing for that possibility right now. Both runners now on floor 7. tsjonte has had a few more minutes on the floor. You'll have about 2 more minutes to get your predictions in. Who's going to take this race? Right now we're looking at a 50% vote in favor of Temple. 43% for Thomas. I guess it's not necessarily. We have 12 voters voting for Thomas, but 3 voting for Temple. But those 3 are big spenders on Temple. Putting down a lot of points on Temple. Oh, this is kind of a nasty fight over here. We get a lot of things can go wrong right here. Get mushroomized. Mushroomized is the big thing. But yeah, and tsjonte's gonna just throw out all the stops to get out of this immediately. Temple has found the free shop. Picks up the wet towel. He's going to pick up silver bracelets for a couple people. And looks like Temple is also using the charm coin strategy to just load up. And assuming we see the same route, it could be that Temple doesn't find the shop before he finds the right way out. So we'll see if Temple finds the pendant shop and he kind of uses the same strategy. tsjonte over on the right, opting to fight the mole. Mole's probably mostly for the present behind him. Temple is heading to the left, so it's very likely he's going to find this room right now. Okay, he's headed to the cave to the top first. Mole's not as susceptible to freezes sometimes. Freeze is doing a little bit less than normal, so it took a few extras to get him down. Temple finds a nice inn and phone spot, so he sets up a quick save. And here Temple is going to find the pendant shop. Yep, and Temple is just unloading everything just like tsjonte did. tsjonte just found the hint room, so now he knows that he's on floor 7. I guess he already knew that he was on floor 7 based on the boss, but he does now know that coming up we have Puke and Shroom. 2 fairly unthreatening bosses. Finds a department store, so tsjonte's got another chance to just pick up a bunch of stuff. See some skip sandwiches. He opts not to pick up skip sandwiches. We do have a slight chance to still see a skip from the floor that he's on to 9. I don't believe he has picked up skip sandwiches yet. So if he does find, yeah, a burger or a skip sandwich skip, he didn't pick up those items. Finds a full sanctuary heal. I may have missed what items he does have in his inventory, though. He might have already picked up that stuff. Just knocking. Got a couple big hubs on this floor. We got Happy Happy Village and Fourside. Ooh, here's the skip. It's a picnic lunch. Fortunately, that was not one of the items that was in the department store. Based on that, though, I might go back to the department store into that situation and explore the rest of the shops for the possibility of finding a picnic lunch. Picnic lunch is a common store item that you could easily find in that department store. Tsjonte Ops, just a power forward. Temple making his way through Happy Happy. So it seems like at this point, Temple is roughly... Both runners are following essentially the same strategy. Temple just opted to grind a little bit extra and get the paralysis move before fighting Clumsy Robot. And tsjonte just went ham on Clumsy Robot without even knowing what boss it was and managed to get through the fight. And that's essentially what the difference between these runners is right now. tsjonte took a risk and it paid off. The hieroglyph is very, very strong to freeze, so freeze is not going to work. So he's just going to put him to sleep and get out of there. Doesn't have the resources to get through that fight without being able to use freeze. I love seeing all those magic puddings in the in Temple's inventory. There's like 8 of them in there. Magic puddings, that's the kind of item, though, you're looking for if you're worried about damage output on a boss or a Gygus or something. You're always in the back of your mind, you're thinking about, what do I need left to get through the Gygus fight? And damage output is one of those things, and magic puddings ensures that that damage output is there. Nothing interesting in those shops for tsjonte. Finds another drugstore. Here's another chance for some skips. I didn't get a good look at that, but I didn't see anything out near the top. I didn't see the last couple items at the bottom. Gonna withdraw $5,000 from the dog. I don't remember if there was a door that tsjonte missed that hasn't visited yet through this area. I guess there was. tsjonte still hasn't visited the bottom floor of that department store either, so that's also a possibility. Withdraw 5,000 from the dog. Yeah, looks like... Yeah, looks like Fourside is definitely the way forward. Let's see if I can check out the spoilers fire and see if Fourside is the way forward. Fourside is indeed the way forward. Fourside, the Fourside Bakery is the way forward through Fourside. So tsjonte's on the right track. Temple is going to be going down to that bottom floor, which is what tsjonte did not visit. Fun fact about the shop that Temple is at, this is actually the fastest shop in the game to sell items to. It has the least dialogue of any shop in the game. Not that it matters much for a randomizer when you got that ludicrous text speed, but just a fun little fact. As Temple withdraws 5,000 from Jeff. So yeah, nothing there at the bottom floor. So Temple's soon gonna find out that that third floor is gonna be the way forward. Let's see if he ends up going to the top floor first, though, to check for skip items and whatnot. tsjonte picks up a Mammoth Burger. Mammoth Burger, you might think that could be useful as a skip item for a monkey that wants a burger, but Mammoth Burger is like a variation of the burger that just doesn't work. I don't remember all of the burgers that work. I know hamburger and double burgers work. There may be more. 568 with that freeze. But tsjonte has already gone through the bakery, so he is on the correct path forward. He has found the boss of floor 7. He knows it's Shroom. tsjonte just powering through these floors. As soon as he goes forward, though, he misses out on any ability to skip to 9. So if he's committing to this, he's committing to doing all of floor 8 and floor 9. Pooh being mushroomized right there might be a little scary. That puts a little damper on decision making. Do you continue to throw out freezes with Pooh? Do you start defending? Do you think that Ness and Paula, with their psychic abilities, can get through Shroom alone? Temple stumbles on the picnic lunch skip, but he does not have a picnic lunch either to try that one. Yeah, I mean, it very could be like, see that easy boss list and knows that regardless of the items I find, I can get through these bosses. Just power through, why not? And down goes Shroom. And tsjonte's gonna be moving on to floor 8. Temple has found Foresight, and Temple is moving forward through it. So these runners are now only about 4 rooms apart. Foresight does not have a ton of doors in it. Foresight only has like 6 or 7 doors in it, so... and he's going to the right first. He's not going to the top, like visiting the hospital and the cafe. So it's very likely that he's going to find this the way forward relatively quickly. And as I say that, Temple makes his way to the bakery, which is indeed the way forward. So Temple is on the right path to find Shroom and the boss to floor 7. Oh no! Oh, tsjonte picked up the fresh egg. We might see a chicken freed, or he might just taunt us by throwing the chicken at a boss. Find some DX waters. That's a nice pickup. The magic puddings and whatnot will not... I don't believe they work on Pooh. Well, they do, but just very minimally. The DX waters are a nice psychic point gain for Pooh. Ooh, tsjonte sees the desert, and he nopes right out of there. And then decides, fine. tsjonte has a decision right here. There's a few presents on the northern end of the desert. That if he wants to... Oh, so he's going to check the arms dealer before he does anything. Unfortunately, gets back attacked on his way to the arms dealer with 2 little children mushroomized. This is a rough situation. Both of his freeze dealers have the possibility of just sending a freeze back to the party. But of course, neither do. who is mushroomized isn't a thing. Just ignore it. Oh, never mind. That's like I'm not going to say that I jinxed that, because tsjonte has had like 15 opportunities already for that mushroom to backfire and hit his own party. We got big bottle rockets. Armored pokey. I mean, bug bottle rockets might be useful for armored pokey, but armored pokey generally rolls pretty high speed, so pretty much the only boss that's going to be guaranteed reliable on is floor 8 or Master Puke. So it looked like he just picked up a few, and those are probably all intended to be used on Puke. Temple, did he back out of that bakery floor? I'm not sure why he's back in Fourside. I didn't catch that. I guess he's always coming up to check the arms dealer. Forgot about this one, but tsjonte didn't check this. This one's got big bottle rockets too. So that's gonna make Shroom a little bit easier on the resources for Temple than tsjonte. Ooh, throwing out the freeze. It's likely not gonna work. Oof, 25 damage. This guy in Vanilla... This guy in Vanilla Earthbound is very strong to freeze. If he were weak to freeze, it would make this fight in Vanilla Earthbound much easier. tsjonte pulling on a thread on a way forward. It's pretty linear so far. Checks his money real quick to make sure he can get back in case it's a dead end. Sitting on 4,000, so he's pretty comfortable. Oh, sees the diamonds and immediately turns around to book it. And gets caught by the moving fast. But thankfully this could have been a much worse fight when you see 3 diamonds. Temple finds a potential skip item, or a skip. tsjonte did not see this. So we may see Temple moving forward on this floor. Based on the blue enemy, now we're looking at our frogs. Seeing those enemies, he knows that was a backward skip. He's not going to view any more of that one. That looked like it was back to maybe 3 or 4. Oh, did tsjonte get his egg stolen by one of the Octobots? Oh, the voting's closed. How did it end? tsjonte making his way through the desert. Looks like he's gonna opt not to go to the top part and check out all the presents. Because he thinks floor 8, still got a whole nother floor to find pendants and better items and whatnot. Ooh, risking again throwing out freezes with the mushroomized kids. And again it pays off, no backfires. Temple, I believe. Yeah, Temple has found the boss of floor 7 now. He also knows that this boss is Shroom, and he's got big bottle rockets as well to make this fight a little easier. And he knows these BBRs only have to be used for Shroom and Master Puke, so... Oh! Temple found a star party. I didn't even see that he picked that up. Yeah, Temple is just dumping his resources on this fight. He just wants to get through it. Throwing out all the star storms. And Shroom down. Temple moves on to floor 8. Again, these runners have essentially taken identical paths. We've seen Temple spend a little bit more time on floors than tsjonte. The difference at this point is pretty minimal. But Temple has found a star party that I don't believe tsjonte picked up. So that's one advantage on Temple's side. Picks up a rain pendant. That's essentially useless at this point, unfortunately. It's actually pretty surprising to find a rain pendant on floor 8. Temple gonna pick up some DX waters as well. You can just restore Pooh's Psyche points immediately right there. Again, just going ham on the freezes from the mushroomized characters. No problem. Why is anybody worried? Tsjonte finds a long room and immediately just decides, I'll check the other path first before I have to walk all the way down there. And he finds a room that splits off in about 5 other directions, so... Ooh, Tsjonte gets to remove his mushroomized status. Ooh! Temple on the left found a multi-bottle rocket dealer. So now, multi-bottle rockets have the chance to be useful on Armored Pokey. Armored Pokey is still likely to have too much speed so that they're still not useful, but... You're always going to pick them up at this point, might as well. If Armored Pokey rolls down on speed, then that becomes extremely useful. Tsjonte slowly making his way through the underworld. This is one of those rooms where you're just praying, please don't be a dead end. Please don't be a dead end. Because you're sacrificing like a minute to make your way through here. Tsjonte very carefully not pressing L to you check that present. No risks on the NPHs. Oh, did he use an exit mouse at the beginning of that? That makes sense. Got a large pizza. Hey, look at that. You can go back to floor 1 and try that skip now. So Temple, we're seeing where he's taking those same fights that Tsjonte did. So I imagine he's on the right path. Let's see if Milky Well is indeed the way forward. I want to see if I can find Milky Well. Or not Milky Well, this is Grapefruit Falls. Here it is. Grapefruit Falls is indeed the way forward. So Tsjonte is on the right path. I believe Temple's on the right path as well. I take it back. Or maybe it's this left door. Oof, no, Temple finds a dead end. I think Temple was hoping for the mushroom buyer dude, but that's in the main room of the hospital. No, neither player has found any C pendants or star pendants or anything like that yet. I believe both players are sitting on 4 earth pendant or an earth pendant on everybody, so it's not a total loss. Tsjonte just hiding in the corner as the Starman slowly teleports closer. So yeah, Temple making his way through the desert. The way through the desert is the mine door. Ooh, more fresh eggs from Tsjonte. I like these strategies. So Tsjonte has found the boss of floor 8. He does indeed know that it's Master Puke. Did Tsjonte already release the first chicken? I don't know if he did. I haven't heard any clucks. Ooh, nice dodge of those flames. Lucky sandwich. Very, very lackluster item finds on these later floors. Neither player has really found anything they're really looking for at this point. Oh, the first egg got stolen. No, I take it back. This is not Master Puke. This is actual Barf. I appreciate tsjonte making his favorite thing, Temple. Temple making his way through the happy mansion house. And that is floor 8 down for tsjonte. Again, these runners are essentially following the same path. tsjonte has just been a little bit quicker through each floor. And immediately we find Onett. Onett is indeed the way forward. But unfortunately, the right way forward is on the northern side of town. See if we can't find some decent items on this floor finally. Oh, we're gonna get caught on the stairs. Oh, he's going up. Oh gosh! Temple has also found the underworld. This is indeed the way forward. So Temple, again, stumbling about on the same path as tsjonte, about maybe about a 3 to 4 minute deficit at this point. This is very close. It's going to come down to the execution of floor 9. And probably Gygus, because, again, we have Earth Pendants. There's no guaranteed flash resistance yet. Ooh, we do see that there was a skip on the floor 9. But yeah, note, neither player has guaranteed flash resistance yet. Neither player has found like a bazooka or good damage for armor pokey. Temple's probably in a slightly better situation right now because he is sitting on multi-bottle rockets that have the chance to do decent damage on armor pokey if his speed rolls low. So I would say at this point, Temple has a very, very slight edge. Oh, I guess tsjonte did find a Starstorm. But yeah, Temple has, I would say, a very, very slight edge. Not a huge amount, but a slight edge. tsjonte doesn't even want the Cloak of Kings, just throws it. Oh, got it from Barf, okay. So yeah, I would say it's pretty objective that Temple has a slight edge on the preparation for Gygus at this point. But again, as soon as tsjonte finds anything, he'll be just fine. And he has a full floor to do it. Temple has found the boss of floor 8. And he's got MBRs, so that very likely it looked like the Puke rolled pretty low HP, so a single MBR will down Puke pretty easily. And it's very likely that we're going to see both runners in Onett here in, I don't know, a couple minutes. tsjonte has found Summers. Is Summers the way forward? No. I have to look, because there might have been a different loop or something. No problem here. I like it. And Puke goes down easily. Oh! So this is unfortunate. Summers, you would think as soon as you find a big hub after a big hub, you're thinking this is the way forward. That's just the way you think. Summers is a dead end. And that's just very confusing to have that big of a hub. Go nowhere. But interestingly enough, tsjonte is continuing to look. He kind of poked his head in Summers. He might have found a loop back into Onett and then continuing that way. I'm not sure how he got back into Onett or how that happened, but we're still back in Onett. He didn't really explore Summers at all. Temple has found Brick Road. I don't believe Tsjonte found that, so there's several presents in this floor, or in this room. That could be nice finds, especially on floor 9. You see a big room like this on floor 9, and you're still lacking a lot of items. You're definitely going to go through this. Because again, neither runner has access to guaranteed flash resist yet. Nothing at either of these shops that are interesting. The Pumpkin Kid is actually an inn, which is an interesting fact. The dude on the far left is a little inn. Oh, yeah, he's gonna take it. Dang, and Temple is hitting all of these presents. I think there's 5 presents on this room, and none of them have had anything good. There's been nothing found good. Like none of these pendants are things that you're looking for by any runner yet. There's a super bomb. There's a little bit of damage for Armored Pokey. It's just both runners got to be very disappointed at this point. Temple stumbles on the Summers hub from a different entrance. So Temple has got things reversed. Temple found Summers first, and as he progresses through Summers, he's gonna re-enter Onett. And Tsjonte found it the other way around. Interesting. So in Jonte's mind, Summers comes after Onett. But as Temple finds Onett, in his mind, Onett is gonna come after Summers. And I believe Tsjonte, the way forward is actually the library. And I believe Tsjonte is heading back into the house that leads him back into Summers. Oh no, he's just hitting more places. I forget which house actually led into Summers. Interesting. Temple just stumbled on a skip room where he checked the left side, or the left side was used as a skip, but the right side wasn't taken. So he was in a room earlier where he could have taken a skip straight to 9. So Tsjonte, both runners are like right next to each other. Oh, they're both going in the same door. Oh, it's a match. They're matched. Both runners are essentially in the exact same place right now, but Tsjonte has more knowledge. Butts. Classic Temple. So both runners are in literally the exact same place right now, but Tsjonte's got more information because he has explored essentially all of Onett, minus like 3 doors. And here, Temple, I think one of these far right doors is going to lead him into Onett, and in his mind, he went from one big hub into another. So Onett's got to be the way forward. So here he is in Onett. This is the next big hub that he's going to start exploring. Interesting. And Tsjonte is going to find the way through Onett that Temple did earlier. So he's going to make his way all the way through Brick Road that Temple has already done. And by the time that Tsjonte makes all the way through Brick Road, we may see Temple have taken the lead. Yeah, these presents on floor 9 have just been absolutely disastrous. Literally nothing valuable. Tsjonte finds a bazooka. It's something. It's like 100 damage per turn from Jeff. Temple is going up first. Oh! He's not going to hit the library yet. Library's the way forward. There's another rain pendant. Again, we got earth pendants on everybody. It's useless. Is this a pendantless seed? Oh, no, it's not. Let's see. There is a sea pendant in the underworld. and another sea pendant in the desert. Interesting. There were 2 sea pendants, but they were in areas that neither runner decided to investigate. Interesting. So unless one of these, oh, did Temple just get one? Did I miss one of the sea pendants on this floor? Oh, and there's a Franklin badge in one of the brick road floors. Looks like back on like floor 2 or floor 3. There was an Auto Star Master in Magicant. A star pendant in Pond Cave. Yeah, there was stuff to be had, but a lot of it was kind of like tucked away in areas that you really don't want to have to explore. Tsjonte has accidentally made his way back to the beginning of floor 9. That's where he started. Ooh, Temple has found the showroom. If you come in back, if he has to backtrack, he's gonna have to watch the show. Ooh, I believe the... Oh, Temple. Oh, that's gotta be heart-wrenching. He set an exit mouse, so in case he had to backtrack, he didn't have to watch the show again. But he saw enemies and instinctively just mashed back to reload. I totally get it. It's it's 100% habit. Even when you're thinking to yourself, I cannot come back through this door, you still do it. Tsjonte is back in Summers. Summers is the dead end. It's just got a couple loops back to Onett. Onett is the way forward. And actually, the showroom that Temple is in is indeed the way forward. So Temple technically is in the lead right now. Temple is further along, despite having to watch this show. Tsjonte finds another arms dealer. Only BBRs. That's rough. At this point, he's probably, oh, my savior. Super bomb, so I can actually have a chance at Gygas. But alas, no super bombs. Yeah, Temple is actually only a few doors away from Gygas. Temple is right there. Ooh! He saw the sea pendant, and he's just, the only thing on his mind is get away from this stinking Chompasaur. It's worth taking this fight for that sea pendant. There's that guaranteed flash resist that he so desperately needs. Oof, red swirl on Tsjonte's side. Oh, that's rough. He's getting fired. Is this gonna be the damage that needs to kill him? Okay, that's gotta be a nice little sigh of relief as Chompasaur goes down without having to expend more resources. By the damage output, it looks like he only has like 1 Earth Pendant, maybe? Oh, and he's got a full heal room. This full heal room is literally right next to Gygas. This is the perfect setup point. Temple is going to get this full heal and set up a save, and literally the right-hand room of the door, or of the hallway, is Gygas. So this room is literally 1 door away from Gygas. This is Gygas right here. So Temple has literally the perfect setup. I think he's gonna go back to the save, organize his inventory, and get going. Tsjonte just hit the library. That is the way forward out of Onett. So Tsjonte all of a sudden is right on Temple's tail again. Temple had taken a lead because he happened to stumble upon the door in Onett faster. But Tsjonte now is just a few rooms behind. We're like, ooh, Tsjonte finds a star pendant right there. This is an extremely close match. This is going to come down to the wire. Temple is still just gearing up. Temple has a little bit of a lead, so let's see him get him ready, because he's most likely going to hit this Gygas fight first. Yeah, he's prepping. He's just moving the inventory around, everything he needs, taking his time, being calm about it, so that if he does take a death, he doesn't have to do this organization again. And if he gets into a sticky point in the fight and just wants to reset, he has that ability. He can just reset and immediately start the fight over again. tsjonte doing the exact same strategy. Let's hope that tsjonte does not do the same mistake of immediately despawning. Ooh! I saw the slight pause there. But tsjonte does not see that show again. And Temple is going to hit the Gygas fight first. I actually don't know. Did he check? I imagine he checked. I'm the only one who doesn't check who has Prey and if Paula has Shield Sigma. Everyone else does. So here we go. Temple is going to start the Gygas fight first. But again, tsjonte is at the full heal room. And tsjonte is literally one room away from Gygas. If tsjonte books it right there, he is about 20 to 30 seconds away from starting the fight. tsjonte is going straight there. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's doing his organization. Okay, here we go. Temple has started the Gygas fight. He does indeed have Shield Sigma, and he's got multi-bottle rockets in case Armor Poke has low speed. Ooh, he has the large pizza, so he can use the pizza strats to immediately heal everybody following that, regardless of what kind of rocket it is. Ooh! That MBR hit for 1200! That MBR may come out to be the difference maker in this fight. That was huge, and he has another one. Temple might get through this fight in 2 rounds. 2 rounds it is. Ooh. Well, I didn't even notice what happened. What happened on tsjonte's side? Oh, would he get hit by or caught by an enemy right before starting the Gygas fight? Ugh. Temple is equipping the Star Pendant. I'm not sure. What did Temple have on Jeff instead? Did he have a Crystal Charm on Jeff or something? I don't think he ever found a Rabbit's Foot. He must have had a Crystal Charm on Jeff to increase the MBR damage. Interesting strategy to go for the Crystal Charm on round 1 and then swap to the Star Pendant. Okay, tsjonte making his way back up to Gygas right now. Just can't get through these diamonds. He's gonna risk it on this one. Okay, tsjonte has started the Gygas fight. Oh, he's got Starstorm Omega. Temple just has the damage output that tsjonte unfortunately didn't find. He's got Starstorm Omega. He's got multi-bottle rockets. These are proving to be difference makers in this fight. Temple onto phase 3. Pooh's got nice HP to be able to survive 2 lightnings, maybe 3 if they roll low. Ness has a ton of Psyche points, so Ness can just life up every single round. tsjonte threw out a BBR and it still did like 500 damage. Ooh, Paula goes down. He must have taken a beta. That is... Oof. That's unfortunate. But I think he also used the large pizza strats. It was just that Paula went down too fast. He might still be able to power through regardless of Paula going down. I imagine he's got secret herbs to expend if he wants to do that or to go that route. Pooh takes a lightning. Yeah, and tsjonte just decides that he's had too much and he's going to reset and start that fight over. As Temple chugs away. Pooh sitting at a little bit low HP right now. Doesn't take a lightning though. And Pooh is back up to nearly max. Oh, Pokey is super freeze resistant. Oof. So yeah, those MBRs are extremely valuable right now. Yeah, just the fact that he had that Temple, that Armored Pokey rolled low tsjonte gonna take this Caterpillar for just a little bit of extra experience. Did Ness just take Mortal? Yeah, Ness is dead. So it's just down to Pooh and Jeff. If Pooh takes Mortal, he's gonna have to take a turn to heal himself, likely. Okay, both lightnings connect with Jeff. So it's down to just Pooh. But we're pretty far along. I think we're down to like maybe 2. Yeah, we're down to 2 prayers left. Oh, did one of them hit the bear? The text is going by so fast I can't even see anything. And that is gonna do it. Temple is also gonna eke out a sub 1 hour run. Oh, Temple pressed the wrong button and forfeited. Oops. There we go. What a race that was. That was... It came down to... Temple happened to... Temple found an extra Starstorm, and Temple found a multi-bottle rocket dealer. So Temple had extra damage output that proved to be a way to get through Gygus quickly. And Temple happened to find the way through floor 9 very quickly. tsjonte found his way through floor 6, 7, and 8 very quickly, much faster than Temple. But then floor 9 was swapped. And Temple just powers his way through 9. Let's see, tsjonte wrap up. Power through this. Oh, tsjonte got through phase 1, nice. So Temple is going to win this one, and that means our number 1 seed is going to come from... So now we have Temple and tsjonte are both 3 and 1 coming out of this. And I guess tsjonte still has the tiebreaker, most likely, on No Problem Here's. So actually, despite this loss, tsjonte is probably going to come out of this group stage with the 1 seed because of his very low No Problem Here volume on weeks 1, 2, and 3. Two for Thomas and 4 for Temple. Let me check these stats. Let's see what Temple had on his No Problem Here's. The No Problem Here's are very likely to come into play. Yeah, we saw you set up the mouse to smartly to make sure you didn't hit the show, and then you walked in. It's just muscle memory takes over. And you see those spawns and instantly hit back, and you're like, no! So Temple had 2 No Problem Here's. Whoops, don't look at that. Wrong page. Yeah, 6 no problem here for Temple. Let's see what else. What other... So, tsjonte has... Yeah, 4 so far. Is that what I saw? No, he had 0 on week 1, 2 on week 1, or 2, and 0. tsjonte's sitting at 2 total. And then we have a couple people that could be competitive and no problem here's. I'm currently 2-1, so if my race goes well and I get 0 no problem here's, I could compete with Temple. I think I'm sitting at 5. Yeah, I had 0 on week 2 and 3, and 5 on week 1, so I'm sitting at 5 right now. And then Uko is another person that has a chance to go to 3-1. Uko is sitting at... Oh, an ad break. Nice. That's what we'd like to see. So tsjonte is going to power through this, and it looks like tsjonte is going to make his way through this on his second attempt. Barring some crazy lightnings, but he's got everyone still alive. He's got plenty of psychic points to keep everyone healed. tsjonte's in a really good spot. So yeah, Uko is 2-1, and... Uko had 9 on week 1, 0 on week 2, and 5 on week 3. So Uko's sitting at 14. So regardless of what happens, unless tsjonte has more than 3 or 4 or more, no problem. Or I guess as long as he has less than 3 no problem here's on this seed, tsjonte will be the 1 seed. So yeah, it's going to come down to his NPH count. That's actually an interesting fact. tsjonte could have won or lost this race. He could have just played very carefully and made sure his NPH count was at 0. And he would have taken the 1 seed. Oh, he was well aware of that. That's a very interesting. I didn't even think about that possibility. That coming into this race, tsjonte it didn't matter whether he won or lost. He just had to keep his no problem here count low, and he's the 1 seed. But yeah, tsjonte finishes with a 105. So congratulations to both runners. That 105 and a 59-minute run, both extremely solid times, considering both runners went through 6, 7, 8, and 9, and only took 1 skip. Why is no problem here important? Because it's a really silly stat that's a fun tiebreaker to do. So whenever you overmash, it's especially applicable when with the super fast for you hate. With the super fast tech speed, it's very common to overmash. So when you overmash, you're likely hitting L to mash, and if you overmash and press L, the randomizer tracks that and counts that as a no problem here. So it's essentially don't overmash. Or another option, I guess, is just to only mash with A and B, and you will never get any no problem here's, unless you miss presence. Just don't overmash, period. Amen. So this NPH count is going to be extremely important. If tsjonte has 2 or less, he is guaranteed the I guess 2 or fewer. me get my grammar right. 2 or fewer, tsjonte is guaranteed the 1 seed going into brackets. If he has 3, then me and tsjonte could tie if I win tomorrow. Rip chicken. Should have thrown it at Gygus. Dang. Damage received 3,000. Damage dealt 23,000. An 8x multiplier. tsjonte with a 0. No problem here's. Has guaranteed himself the 1 seed going into bracket. What is the 1 seed? So the first 4 weeks have been Swiss. So essentially, you get matched up with someone who has like a similar record as you. And after all those, everyone is seeded based on their win-loss ratio, and then the first tiebreaker is the no problem here count. So because nobody went 4-0, and tsjonte is 3-1, he has guaranteed himself the tiebreaker, and guaranteed himself the first seed in the bracket. The bracket will be a double elimination among the top 8 qualifiers from Swiss. So 2 people will be eliminated following these group stage, or following the Swiss stage, and we'll see the top 8 in a double elimination bracket. It's such an Earthbound tiebreaker. Many thanks to Chaz for putting that in. I also saw that you did a menu open on the present in the underworld. I noticed that was very intentional. Just in case you weren't close enough or something. Yeah, that was a really enjoyable race. That was back and forth quite a bit. Well, really, it was more of you both took the exact same path. Temple trailed you by about 3 to 4 minutes until floor 9. Temple found better gear and equipment and stuff in the process. And then on floor 9, Temple nailed the path forward and took the lead. Now, you guys took essentially the exact same path forward. Well, I don't see any Earthbound speedruns going on right now. Oh, is Limit Break streaming right now? Oh, there's the chicken. Nice. Nice. Limit Break's doing some randomizer. That's a great host. Yeah, we'll give RPG Limit Break a host. They're doing some Final Fantasy randomizer races. So congratulations to Temple for winning. Congratulations to tsjonte for securing the 1 seed going into brackets. We have another race between myself and Uko tomorrow night at the same time. So, until then, y'all have a wonderful evening, and see you next time.